Happy Memorial Day, and I just want to share some quick thoughts about Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a fun weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, and unfortunately a lot of times we just think about barbecues, pools, picnics, and having fun. And not that those are bad things, but that's not what Memorial Day is about. Often a lot of us get Memorial Day confused with Veterans Day, and Veterans Day is a day we remember those who served our country faithful, who have now left the military, and we appreciate the service they gave to this country. But Memorial Day is to remember those who actually died for the country, who died in an act of service, men and women who were willing to give the last full measure of devotion. And there's no one that can better express this than Abraham Lincoln. In the Gettysburg Address, a portion that says this: "But in large sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggle here have consecrated far above our poor to add or to detract, that from these honored dead we take increasing devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, that the government of the people, by the people, for the people, should not perish from the earth." And that's what these people did. They hallowed and consecrated this day in a way nothing else we can add to. And so we need to remember those who've gone before us, those who fought in the Revolutionary War, who fought in the Civil War, who fought in World War I and World War II, who fought in the Korean War and Vietnam War and other conflicts that we've been involved in. These men and women have died for this country because they believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Because they believed in religious freedom, freedom of speech, freedom to gather. They believe in our freedoms and our liberties, that they believed it was so important that they were willing to die for it. And as a Christian, I am truly thankful for it. It's because they did what they do that I am able to stand here and be free to preach God's word. It's because of what they did I can share my faith with others without fear. It's a really interesting thing. In other countries, we do not have that. They don't have that same kind of freedom that we have here. And it's because what men and women did that we can express our faith. Now, another thing that comes to mind as I think about Memorial Day is John 15:13. Jesus said, "Greater love has none one than this, that one laid down his life for his friend." And that's what these brave men and women did. They laid down their lives for others. They laid down their lives for our nation. They laid down their lives for the brothers and sisters in service. They laid down their lives for their families, their spouse, their children, their grandchildren. They laid down their lives because they believed that fighting and dying for our country was something so important that they were willing to lay down their life for. And they truly should be remembered that. There is no greater love. And then it reminds me in Romans chapter 13, where it tells us that we are to give honor and respect to those who have authority over us. And that includes the military. And we need to show our honor and respect for the men and women who put on a uniform, who are willing to say, "I am going to stand on that wall. Not on my watch will anyone harm my country," and willing to die for this country. And so we're truly thankful. These are just a few thoughts. Happy Memorial Day.